Okay, today we're looking at adding and subtracting like terms. Terms are separated by the plus and minus sign in an algebraic expression. The algebraic expression 3x plus 5y minus 2z has three terms. Looking at those terms, we have 3x, 5y and minus 2z. We can see that they were separated by plus and negative signs. Having a look at another one, we can have one like 2x plus 3y plus 5. Now looking at this one, 2x is one term, 3y is another term, and 5, the constant 5, is also classed as a term. So three terms in that one, all separated by the positive sign. Like terms have exactly the same pronumerals, so 3x and 2x, they're like terms because the x's are the same. But looking at 3x squared and 2x, they're not the same. 3x squared is the same as saying 3 times x. So the pronumeral in that one is x times x. But 2x, it's just x a pronumeral, so they're not the same. Having a look at another one, we can have 2xy plus 5yx. We need to decide if these are like terms. Is xy, the pronumeral in the first term, the same as yx, the pronumeral of the second term? Well, if we consider some numbers, let's look at 2 and 3. 2 times 3, that equals 6. 3 times 2, that also equals 6. So x times y is equal to y times x. Therefore, 2xy plus 5yx, they are like terms. Okay, we can only add or subtract terms that are like, so the pronumerals have to be the same. And we do that by adding or subtracting the coefficients of the like terms. Let's have a look at a couple of easy ones. If I have 5x plus 3x, what does that equal? Now when we look at that, we think to ourselves, 5x, that's the same as 5 lots of x, plus 3x, which we think of that as 3 lots of x. So if I've got 5 lots of x, 3 lots of x, the pronumerals are the same, they're like terms, we can add them. So we'll have 8 lots of x. Okay, if we have one like this, 5x plus 3y, we need to decide, are the terms like? Well, I've got 5 lots of x and I want to add 3 lots of y. Can we add x and y? No, we can't. They're not like terms. So that answer would be 5x plus 3y. Okay, we'll have a look at some harder examples now. Okay, let's have a look at the first example. We have 5ab plus 7 minus 2ab plus 2. Now there's 4 terms there, 5ab, 7, minus 2ab, and 2. We need to work out which ones are like. Now firstly, 5ab and minus 2ab. Those two terms are like. The pronumerals are the same. Looking at the next, we have a 7 and a 2. Okay, they're two constants, there's no pronumerals, so they are the same. So we have 5 lots of ab minus 2 lots of ab. Remember your sign to the left is the one that we're looking at. So 5ab minus 2ab is 3ab, because we've got 5 lots of AB and we take 2 lots of AB away. That gives us 3 lots of AB. Then we have 7, and it's a positive 7, plus 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. So that's our answer. Looking at the terms now, we've got 2 terms, 3AB and 9. They're not like terms. We can't simplify it any further. Okay, looking at the second one. I've got 5x minus 7x plus 2x minus 10x. Now we need to look at the terms, which ones are like. Okay, they're all x's, so we've got 5x, negative 7x, 2x and minus 10x. They are all like terms, so we can just add the pronumerals. So if I've got 5 lots of x and I take 7 lots of x away, I have negative 2 lots of x. And then I add another 2 lots of x, that brings me back to 0. Then I take 10x away, so my answer ends up being minus 10x. Let's have a look at a little bit harder examples. I have negative 2x squared plus 3x plus 5x squared minus 2x plus 5. We need to determine which one are the like terms before we start. So looking at the pronumerals, I have negative 2x squared, and if I look further down, 3x is not the same, but 5x squared is. Negative 2x is not, and 5 is not. So I have two of the same there. Now looking further, I have 3x. I have minus 2x. They have the same pronumeral, so they're like terms. And 5 is by itself. There's no pronumeral there, so it will be it's not a like term to any of them. So going through that, I have negative 2x squared plus 5x squared. That's going to give me 3x squared. If you don't like the negative signs to start with, you could actually rearrange that and have 5x squared minus 2x squared to get 3x squared. Same way. Okay, I've got 3x minus 2x. So 3 lots of x, and I take 2 lots of x away. That will give me 1 lot of x. Now we don't usually write the 1, so it'll be just x, and we know that there's a 1 there. And don't forget that constant on the end. That didn't get added to any of them, because none of them are like terms, so we'll just add that one on at the end. So I have 3x squared plus x plus 5. Okay, looking at the last one. We have 5st plus 7ts minus 2st plus 2s squared t squared. We need to determine which ones are the like terms first. So in the early example we showed that xy was the same as yx. So if looking at here, we have s times t. We've got 5 lots of s times t. Then we've got 7 lots of t times s, so they're like terms. Minus 2 lots of st, so that's another like term. Then we look at 2 lots of s squared t squared. Now that is the same as saying 2 lots of s times t times t. Definitely not the same as either of the other terms. So our 3 like terms are the first 3 terms. So we have 5st plus 7ts minus 2st. So start with 5st and I'm going to add 7 to it. So I end up with 12st minus 2st will give me 10st. Now we usually write them in alphabetical order, so we'll stick with the st rather than the ts, plus 2s squared t squared. Now we can leave our answer like that, but generally we put the high powers at the front. So we can rearrange this to 2s squared t squared plus 10st. And that would be simplified. Okay, it's your turn to have a go at the exercise now. Firstly, remembering, make sure they are like terms before you start. Okay, like terms are when the pronumerals are exactly the same. So remembering that x and x squared are not the same, the powers must be the same as well. And same with x squared and x cubed, they're not like terms. Okay, good luck.